Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to English Explorers. I hope you are happy and healthy. You must be thinking I have taken a little longer to come back with a video. Yes, because for your convenience, I wanted to fix certain days of posting my videos, and I have come up to a conclusion. Note it down that I am going to post my videos on Tuesday and Saturday. All right? Okay, what is there in today's video? Today we are going to start with a very beautiful rhyme of your book Flamingo. I have decided that I am not just going to deliver you this summary because this is what my students wanted. I am going to give you explanation of each line, each phrase and each word in this one single video. I hope it is going to help you well. So let's get started. Okay, so the first rhyme is titled as My Mother at 66. Okay, guys, now that you are in grade 12, many of you must have already left for the, different cities for your studies, and many of you are going to leave in just 1 year to any other city for your further studies, right? So I think you all can feel this line. You all can relate it really well because when you leave your parents behind, I know it is not a permanent separation. You'll come after a week or maybe in 15 days, you'll come to see your parents or in a month. Yes, you will turn. And of course, now that we have phones, so we can video call our parents, we can call them at any point of time. But it is set in the days when there were no, of course, such phones. And the mother of the poet is turning 66 or she has turned 66. So you can feel when our parents they hit 66, it's a very critical age. It's an old age. They're getting older. So, our fear, our anxiety, it starts to, somehow accelerate or increase because seeing our parents getting old, I can tell you it is very difficult because you've always seen them young working for you all the time. Mama, give me a pen. Mama, give me a notebook. Mama, cook food. This and that. We keep on ordering things. We never know that the day would come when they would be sitting lazy, dull, and asking us to, for the help. We have never imagined this. So, this is what happens in the rhyme. It's written by a very well known Indian poet named as Kamala Das. I tell my student as Kamala Das because this is how they, spell it correctly in the examination. Otherwise, they write Kamala. However, it is Kamala in spelling terms, right? Ready for the line by line explanation? Okay. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning. The poet begins by setting the scene of the rhyme. She is driving from her parents' house, and where is she going? She is going to Cochin. It's a city in India. So maybe her in laws live in Cochin or her husband lives in Cochin. So she is going from her parents' house to Cochin on one Friday morning. I saw my mother beside me. So she sees her mother sitting right next to her, doze, open mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse. So what she sees what is doze, you can write, it's a light sleep. So her mother is sleeping and is sleeping open mouthed. Her mouth is open. What happens when you have cold and cough? What do? To ease your breathing, because you are not able to breathe properly from your nose, you start to sleep with your mouth wide open. So similarly, when you are old, when you get old, what happens? You feel very difficulty in breathing. So to ease it out, to comfort yourself, you start opening your mouth. So it is this dozing with mouth wide open is a sign of aging, right? And her face ashen like that of a corpse. So, what she did was she found her mother so old, so lifeless, that she was forced to compare it to a dead body. The way a dead body turns out to be very pale, very dull, lifeless. Similarly, her mother has turned the same. So she compared her face to that of a dead body. Corpses, a dead body, and realized with pain. So, our poet, she experiences the realization of pain, she experiences the realization of agony. Why? That she was as old as she looked. What does it mean? That the mother, of course, she's looking lifeless and old. So it's not just her physical appearance has changed, but her health is also deteriorating. So physical appearance is also declining, and her physical strength is also diminishing or declining. So she is as old as she looked. But soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. So the poet, she wanted to push all those negative thoughts, all those emotions away. So what does she do? She tries to distract herself and looks out of the window where she sees the lively and the vibrant scenes. What are they? The trees, they are sprinting. Sprinting means running, you all know, or you can say growing also. And they are young, they are small trees, young trees. So, what is she doing? She is making a comparison of her mother's old age with that of the youthfulness of trees. See, the trees are actually running. No, we all know, we all have done, this much science. It's law of inertia. You know, the object in motion perceives the stationary object as moving. We all have traveled by train and we feel that the sun is moving with us. Of course, the sun is not moving. We are moving, right? So that's the law of inertia. Of course, not important for the rhyme, but still we should know. The merry children spilling. Now she has used an adjective for the children, which is merry. Merry means happy. They are jovial. They are very, they are enjoying their time. They are exuberant. They are full of energy, right? And they're spilling out of their house. Spilling means rushing. They are coming in group, they are coming out of their house, they are enjoying their time, they are, there's a lot of vitality in them. However, the mother has lost all of it. But after the airport security check, so when she does all the inspection and everything is done, what she does, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her wan, pale as a late winter moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. So, what does she do when her security check and everything was done? So, she again looks back. She again glances at her mother and she sees again that wan face. Wan is given in your book also, that is colorless. Okay, you can say it is sicky, right? Pale. Pale is when you lose color, right? As a late winter's moon, again a simile is used, again a comparison is done. Okay, the poetic devices, yes, we are going to do in the next video. So she compares her mother's face to that of late winter's moon. What happened to the late winter moon? It gets faded, it gets dull. Why? Because of fog and mist which covers it behind, makes it, conceals it behind. So similarly, her mother's face has turned out to be dull, pale, lifeless, colorless because of old age, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. What is that childhood's fear? Every child has it. Even when you are a toddler and your mother, you must have seen any toddler around, the mother goes into the washroom for a minute and the child cries, where's my mama? Okay, even now when we come from a class or a school, what do? Where's mama? Where's mama? That is how we all are. There's a childhood fear, there's this ache that one day we'll be separated from our mother. Of course, we cannot say that it is going to be the endless separation, but yes, we get scared when we are separated from a mother. So since her childhood, she had that fear, and we, all of us, we do have that fear, the tint of, a little threat we do have. So she had this same, and that has now returned after seeing her mother getting old. But all I said was, "See you soon, Amma." All I did was smile and smile and smile. But what she did was, she had no choice. So she showed a ray of hope. She's not sure, but she is hopeful. She said her mama that Amma is for mother. She said that she would see her back soon, right? She wished, she was desperate to see her again. That is how, time takes a toll on all the human relations. Sometimes, in order to fulfill one relation, we have to compromise with the other. Like, because she is heading to her husband's house or to her in law's house, so she had to say a goodbye to her mom. And how she said that, how she bid farewell to her mom with a smile on her face. Despite all the the flood of emotions she had, she tried to hide all of them behind her soothing smile. She hid all her tears behind that smile because she didn't want to showcase her fear or maybe her anxiety to her mother. So that is how we children are. When we grow up, we start concealing our emotions from our parents even, right? Otherwise, when we are young, a little thing happens and we tell to our parents. But in when we grow a little older, or maybe when we are growing mature, we know that they'll be stressed, they'll be tensed, so we don't want them to face the same which we are facing, so we start to hide things. So this is how she covers everything and smiles at her mom in order to show her some hope. That is all for the rhyme. This is how it ends. It's a beautiful rhyme and painful too, because the separation is never easy, and the separation which she is talking about, it's related to the death. So death of a parent is such a big thing. It's a such a big trauma for a child. Even thinking of the parents death is such a big thing. So that is why I think we all must value our parents. We all must shower the entire love on them, and and stay connected, stay bonded with them. All right. So that is how the rhyme comes to its conclusion. In the next video, in other than of course, I always give you theme, title, and everything, but I'm also going to add the poetic devices and explain it to you very well. So let's gather together in the next video. Thank you so much. See you later. Bye bye.